What's good, y'all? It's your boy here, your one and only Data Bunny. In this quick video, I just want to show you all that you can use FortiSwitches with Cisco switches. In an infrastructure, I highly recommend the FortiSwitches be at the top. So if you're having core switches or anything like that, and you're doing a migration, make sure that they're FortiSwitches, um, things like that. And then all the little small IDF cabinets can be like Cisco switches and whatnot. So in this case, this is sort of like a core switch in my home, right? It's a FortiSwitch. It's a little basic FortiSwitch. It's a 124E. It's no PoE on it. But what I want to talk about is the port channeling, right? So I have two single mode fibers that are connected to these SFP modules. They're both 1 gig, and by bonding them, they're 2 gigs, and they're going to this switch here. This is a 9300L Cisco switch, and you can actually see that it is up. So the port channel is actually working. The first thing what you want to do, you can do it on either side. You can either do it on the Cisco side, or you can do it on the FortiSwitch side. I did it on the FortiSwitch. I actually did it on the Cisco first, and then did it on the FortiSwitch. So basically, in it, what you want to do is when you go ahead and start configuring your port channeling for those two ports, you want to make sure that you create the channel group. In my case, it was channel group 10, which is, interface PO10, standing for port channel 10. And then the next thing, what you want to do is you want to go to that port channel interface. And you can see it here, how I created, here it is, channel group 10, mode active. Active is giving it the LACP mode. So active on both sides. What I did is, when I did it, it said it was suspended because it was currently not enabled on the other end. Of course, because this was before I did it on the FortiGate side. What I did was, after creating the port channel and seeing that they were suspended, to bring them back up, what I needed to do was set the port channel interface to switch port non-negotiate. And then I also had to do it for the speed as well. And if I go down, you can see how I had speed. So non-negotiate. So speed non-negotiate. So you want to do switch port non-negotiate, and then you want to do speed non-negotiate. If you don't do that, you're going to run into problems where one side may be lit up, but the other side won't, or the port channeling just won't work. You only do this on the Cisco side. So switch port non-negotiate and speed non-negotiate. Once you do that, then you can go to your FortiGate and then go into the switch controller settings. And in Fortinet, instead of calling their stuff like port channel, they call it a trunk. So you have in the tab here, you have trunk, you have port, trunk, and then faceplate. This just shows the faceplate of the FortiSwitch. But to create a port channel, let's say I wanted to create a port channel for 25 and 26, which are the ports that is going to the Cisco 9300. What you want to do is you want to go up to where it says trunk, right? And then configure the port channel here. Fortinet calls it different. They don't call it port channel. They don't even call it ether channel. They reference it as trunk. So it's a little confusing for those coming from like the Cisco world. But here you hit create new group. Name your port channel. In my case, I named it PO10, just the same on the Cisco side. Make sure MC lag is disabled and hit active. And then you will select your members. So this is where you select the port members for the port channel. You can see 25 and 26 isn't there because I already selected it. Once you select those, they're going to show up here. You're going to have to active. Set a native VLAN. It's actually better to create a separate VLAN just for the port channeling, but I'll just have it as like, the management VLAN. And then also to you should start seeing devices. And here's how I got this 192.168.5.30. So the dot 5.30 in the subnet is this switch. So this is my home network right here that I have full access to remotely. This is what I didn't have access to remotely. By binding the two channels, and you don't have to bond them, you can just create a link directly to it and just call it a day, but you still have to do the non-negotiate settings on the Cisco switches. But by creating this port channel, I've given my network access to this switch, but the switch didn't have an IP address. This is where you go in and you start creating SVIs for your interfaces. So interface VLAN 5, I called it. VLAN 5 was already on the switch. I called it interface VLAN 5, and I gave it the IP address statically of 192.168.5.30. The mask /24, and then I did the IP route, a static route, a default route to the gateway, which is 5.1. Once I did that, I was able to reach the internet from the Cisco switch through the FortiSwitch and out to the gate. So you can see it here. So this is how you would do it. So now the interesting thing is, because I've now set this on the management network, I technically can now use my Ansible VM that is sitting in VMware, and if I want to, I can start doing some network automation on it. Or here's the other interesting thing: I can assign ports here to VLAN 5, and then statically set other Cisco machines in that network. Or I can even get it DHCP. So DHCP is running on that subnet. I can also have it where the switches or routers can get their IP addresses dynamically from that network, and the network is existing on the FortiGate. So this is how this is networking, man. This is all like interesting stuff. This is what I love doing when I'm not working. I love just like labbing stuff up, experimenting with different things. I'm technically doing what I did in CML2. With CML2, you sort of got to create the little cloud icon that you can get even in GNS3. It's a little cloud icon, and then you have to bridge that to your physical network. I am doing the exact same thing. It's just that it's all physical. It's all on my physical network. So this is how you will get your FortiSwitch to communicate with your Cisco switches. Also, too, just keep in mind and just check and make sure the compatibility with your SFP modules. Make sure you have the right ones and things like that. But yeah, I can pretty much reach this Cisco switch, interact with it, run automation scripts on it. Run some YAML, do whatever, right? Get that Ansible running on it, do whatever I want, and I can technically do the same. So if I wanted to, I can go ahead and I can connect this switch to this switch, boom, and then do the same, and then give it a network, do the same thing, connect that one there. Maybe I want some routers, man. I grab some routers and switches here, or there's some routers up here, there's some switches here. I can connect all that stuff to this switch, and it will all be part of that management network, which I can access remotely as long as I give them the IP, either DHCP or statically. So I hope you all quickly, I hope you all enjoyed this quick video. I just wanted to give you this quick video and test out my remote microphone that I have connected to my shirt. So see you all later. Hope you all enjoyed.